Good morning, horrible human beings. Oschino, artwork, and integrity episode. So, like 2 years ago, maybe a little under 2 years, maybe a little over 2 years at this point, I was working way before Handsome Dan Dirtbag Deli. I was doing No Country for Old Zen, and I was doing a documentary called The Phoenix Crucible, where I do interviews with different folks. That was mainly in Baltimore, but I got a few interviews outside of that. I got an awesome one with Master Ace, the legend, total class act. I went to Brooklyn to do it, went to Brownsville. It was that was unbelievable. And really that was my first taste of seeing somebody who was quote unquote in the industry but has true integrity. Because Ace came out in the snow, in the middle of a New York snowstorm, to meet a guy he didn't know, to do an interview that for all intents and purposes only could help me. I needed him. He definitely ain't need me. But anyway, so I was one of my artists that I checked for, Philly Legend at this point, Oschino, part of state property, Oschino and Sparks. I think Vlad just started interviewing him now, and I always felt like, yo, Vlad, you missed the boat. You should have been done him, because you can keep him on there like Boosie be on there. But seeing him on there, I remembered the night Oschino called me. And so some background on the story was, Oschino is an amazing artist. Like, this guy has a super talent for art, sketching, painting, everything. You can go on the gram and check. He got a page for that. So I had commissioned him to do a logo for Old Zen. And I'm not an artist, so I had an idea of what I wanted, and I wanted to communicate it to him, that he used his artistic talent to bring it to life. Yo, he brought it to what I saw in my mind's eye. He made it 3-4 times better in reality to see it. And matter of fact, to this day, I need to go and get that. But anyway, I think we settled on 300 for it, and I sent him 150. So halfway through the time, I'm like, damn, I ain't heard nothing back from the dude. I'm sending it to him. At that time, all I had was, I think, IG to DM on the messages. Or maybe I had his number, because he put his number up there. But anyway, I hadn't seen anything back for a long time. So then I'm like, yo, you know what? I go back on there and I say, listen, brother, if you needed bread, all you had to do was just say, yo, you need bread. You don't got to put it on, you want to do artwork and this and that. I'd have sent you that just for the love, because I deal with your music and the times and the spaces and circumstances it got me through. So just on the love, I would have done that. Because I'm pissed. And so I said it like how I said it, like I meant it. And I know I left my number, because I don't like all that internet leaving comments and going on to people DM or whatever. No, yo, look, this is how you get there. I'm of a certain age. You can call me up or text me. So, and I let it go. Time go on, 2-3 weeks, maybe more than a month. But I get a call. It was late on a weekday night, like a Tuesday or Wednesday night after 9 o'clock, because I remember it was dark out. 215 came on my phone. And I'm like, yo, hello? He said, yo, it's Oschino. And I stopped. And Oschino really called me and took the time. And he ain't called me for no the BS. He actually called to explain that his storage, where he had his art equipment and some of the things that he was working on, had gotten moved. Something happened with that where he had to move locations for all of the stuff. So that was to account for the time. But he was reaching out to let me know, like, yo, I've been working on the joint. And yo, when he sent me the sketch of it, it was, like I said it was 3 times better. It was 5 times better than what I seen. But the human part of this was, in between us not talking and not communicating or what have you, his son died. His son died in a car accident, I believe, and I can't even imagine a percentage, one less than 0%. I can't even imagine what that is. But and that's something that after I had left my message, I was done with it. I said, you know, that's what it is. I chalked it up to, man, I got burnt for the money. That's cool. At least it wasn't 3. He called back, and it could the thing with his son, it could have only been, because I remember I said it on the phone. Yo, I can't believe, yo, you took the time to actually call me back to make this right for me when you're dealing with that. Which also is really saying that if I was in your shoes, that was the last thing I'm doing is calling somebody back with that. Plus you left me the little ignorant message. But yo, that's the mark of a man. I remember reading a quote where it said, the measure of a man is what he does for someone who can do nothing for him. And the day I read it, it sat with me. But the more I live, meet more people, and explore myself, it sits a lot. So the fact that he had that integrity just to reach out to a stranger to make it right, because he knew I misunderstood or what have you. And that man ain't need my 150. He didn't need that. But it was important to him. Now I see that to certain men, it's not about money. It's the caliber of your character and having your character assassinated. Where, no, I got the time. Let me call this brother out, and let me call this brother up. What I did was call him out. What he did was call me up and explain. And we talked like it, and it wasn't no 5 minutes. It was more than 20 minutes. And yo was still down to do the interview and everything. I think it was for a stack. And if them numbers went up, then rightfully so, just as they should. But I'll never forget that, man. And you meet so many people out here every day, at work, outside, in the street, barber shop, down the store, everywhere. It's refreshing to run into somebody that's genuine and have that integrity. And the thing is, you listen to Oschino music, or if you ever seen his interviews or whatever, it come through in the music. But that's really not no act. That guy really called somebody up who couldn't do anything for him. Not with no attitude, not with no anger, but to explain and to make it right with me. And then, and just to round out the story, then I get caught up in my own things in my life. And I never even sent the 150 he sent like a sketch through, but it still had some more work to do and some color and everything to add. But of course, I sent the other half of the deposit to get it finished. But he was genuine about the work. I got caught up in my stuff, and I ain't never sent him the 150 after that, after the phone call, because for whatever I happened to be going through. But I never forget that. And I never forget, somewhere in my phone now, I got Oschino number, and we communicated through text a few times after that. And not always just about that artwork either. That's a really, really good, genuine brother. So that's Horrible Human Beings, Oschino, Artwork, and Integrity episode. Be well.